Imagine booting up your game and staring up at a towering 35-foot palm tree creature casting a massive shadow. Next to it is a fire-type Vulpix, but it's ice blue and radiating frost. Your first thought might be that the developers released a glitch, or maybe a rare cosmetic shiny, or even a goofy event character in a costume, but none of those explanations are true. Think of it like a standard red fox adapting into an Arctic fox. Over generations of surviving in a frozen wasteland, its fur turns white and thickens to match the environment. This is the biological premise of regional forms. The fictional Alola region acts as an evolutionary pressure cooker, forcing classic characters to split from their original genetic path to survive a brand new geography. This geographic isolation goes straight to their DNA. It replaces their elemental typing and base biological stats with traits suited for their new territory. This lore-based geographical shift means the classic characters you've caught and trained for 20 years now operate under different mechanics, forcing you to relearn how to play them. Take that Vulpix. To avoid aggressive new predators in the Alola region, packs of them migrated away from their natural habitats and up into isolated snowy mountain peaks. The freezing altitudes meant producing fire was a biological waste of energy. Over time, their bodies adapted, replacing their fire attributes with ice and fairy typing. Down at sea level, Rattata and Raticate faced a different threat, a massive influx of daytime predators hunting them relentlessly. To avoid extinction, the Rattata line became strictly nocturnal. Sneaking around in the pitch black shifted their elemental makeup from pure normal to dark and normal types. These Darwinian survival stories provide a mechanism for developers to resolve game balance issues and update the underlying math of a legacy franchise. This radar chart shows how adaptation alters hard data. Attack, defense, stamina, and combat power limits all shift. For Alolan Golem, transitioning to an electric type removes its heavy weakness to water and grass, granting a massive 4 times resistance to flying attacks as a counterattacker. Then there's the biology of Alolan Exeggutor. Its grass and dragon typing might look strange, but it grants an incredible 4 times resistance to water, grass, and electric damage. Accessing these new stats depends entirely on the species. Some, like Alolan Raticate, evolve from an Alolan Rattata. Others, like Alolan Raichu, evolve from a standard Pikachu, if triggered inside the Alola region. Despite these mechanical overhauls, the game still logs them under their original Pokédex entry numbers. By using regional forms, developers adjust a character's competitive viability and type matchups without forcing players to memorize a bloated, entirely new Pokédex. This mechanical disruption extends straight into the physical trading card game itself. Looking closely at this Alolan Exeggutor GX card, we see the dual grass and dragon typing symbols sitting alongside an unusually high HP stat. Those specific traits, combined with its unique GX attack, force competitive players to abandon their old strategies and build new deck synergies around a legacy character. A single biological change written into the lore ripples outward, refreshing the competitive metagame across every platform the franchise owns. Alolan forms solve specific problems for narrative writers and combat designers simultaneously. In competitive gaming, developers constantly fight power creep, the cycle of introducing stronger, completely new characters every generation until the original roster becomes obsolete. Regional variants bypass this problem by recycling classic assets laterally. They inject strategic depth into the combat system without inflating the overall power ceiling. By aligning fictional biology with game design, these forms provide the strategic depth necessary to keep a 20-year-old franchise viable.